All right, today what we want to do is work on a attributed block for our title block. How do we work with that with the block in place method? Okay, what we want to do now is edit the block in place. Simply select it. The block that's needed updating, use the edit block in place. Go ahead and hit OK. What we want to do here is erase the plan and section number from the block. So we're going to erase the tag using the simple erase command. So once it's erased, what we want to do now is move the other tags, project and lotting description. We want to move that down into the center of the block so we can kind of have a nice centered block on our title block itself. Once the move has taken place, we will want to save these changes. So simply move up to the Save Changes command. Hit OK. With the changes saved, we'll need to sync the attributes. So under the Insert tab, we will go to Blocks, use the command Synchronize Attributes. What we'll need to do here is select the block, and we'll tell it to sync. Now we will go to the other tabs in the drawing, and we will notice the changes that have occurred on the blocks in the other layouts. Okay, now what we're going to do is we are going to go in and modify the block to remove maybe perhaps the section information or tag, and simply have the field for plan type. So this is another method that we can use within the blocks that are attributed to make global updates. Okay, we will select the block, do the same thing here. We're going to edit block in place, hit OK. And what we want to do here is we want to edit the tag. So double click on the tag name, and what we're going to do here is we're going to rename the tag so it does not get confused with the original one. So we're going to take it down to simply a plan tag. So take the section number information off of that. And then for the default, we're going to go ahead and highlight that, right click, and we're going to go ahead and tell it to insert a field. And inside this field, what we want to do is use the sheet set. So the DST file that is linked to this drawing, we're going to go ahead and use that. So we're going to go ahead and select sheet set, make sure we've got the correct sheet set, then go down to the properties and find the E&A plan type. So simply hit OK, and you can see that we've got the dialog box. We'll hit OK there. Now we'll go back up, make our changes, save the changes, OK. And again, go back to the Insert tab, Blocks. What we want to do is synchronize the attributes. So go ahead and use the Select at the command line. Select the block that you want to edit and say Yes. Now we've got our test project default name. So what we'll do here is we'll go up to our sheet set manager, and we'll right click on the name and go to the properties. Then inside the properties box, we can go ahead and make the changes that we need for that particular plan type. Maybe this particular plan type is called paving and storm. So we can go ahead and add the paving and storm type name. Once you have your plan type name in there, you'll be able to go ahead and hit OK. Make sure you regen all. And you'll notice the change, and you will also notice the change for this block on the other sheets. Okay, we are going to work with the multi-line attributes. How do we work with those in the title block? Okay, so what we're going to do here is go ahead and select the block. Go down to the block editor. This is a little bit different. We're going to go right out to the block. And first thing what we're going to do here is we're going to manipulate or change the ENA plan so that is a multi-line. So go to the properties dialog box, and towards the bottom under miscellaneous you'll see some multi-line, and if you turn that on and say yes by now, at this point, we're going to change the justification by the properties dialog box. We're going to change the justification to bottom center. And we'll move this in so it's centered up on the block. So it'll center up inside the title sheet. Go ahead and make those changes, save them. I think at this point it's just slowing down. Okay, now we're back. Go through the insert block, synchronize like we've done on the past. Select yes. Now at this point what we're going to do is we're going to change the type, the name for the type. So we're going to go paving and storm and then add some additional information to provoke the multi-line. So let's just go ahead and maybe say paving and storm for new property or something like that. Once you've got your information typed in, hit OK. Go ahead and make your regen all. And notice your new information there with a multi-line. Now what we're going to do is go into the block editor in place, or edit block in place, so that we can physically see our double lines in there. And then we can move the tags into a location that will work for the block with the new multi-line label. So now basically we're just moving this around to center it up. And then we're going to go ahead and save those changes. And one more time we're going to go ahead and set insert tab, synchronize the block or the attributes. We're going to select it. We're going to hit return for yes. And there we have it. Now at this point we can manipulate that multi-line to fit it into our box. Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you have any comments, I would really appreciate them. Thank you.